Oh shit, he gonna kill me, y'all. They behind me. They gonna kill me, y'all. I'm gonna make them kill me, y'all. Today is the day I die. Today is the day I die, y'all. They gonna kill me today, y'all. I'm finna make them kill me. I'm sorry, y'all.
A breakup, a Facebook Live, and a high-speed chase that ended in tragedy. On December 28, 2024, Getit Brown went live on Facebook shortly after shooting his girlfriend, begging and apologizing, while on a high-speed chase with the police, trying to evade capture. The chase went on for miles through Columbia, South Carolina, but things ended badly at a red light on Garner's Ferry Road. Before we get too deep, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you find value in these discussions. Getit Brown was born on October 5, 1988. He was originally from Anniston, Alabama, but grew up in Columbia, South Carolina, where he attended Lower Richland High School. Getit was an aspiring rapper who went by the stage name Getit Brown.
God, I know you talking to me, tell me what should I do? No, I've been thugging, I've been hustling, trying to depend on you. And I've been lost, I've been down, seen a lot, been through shame. But I gotta stand strong, cause it's no pain, no gain. God, I know you talking to me, tell me what should I do? And I've been thugging, I've been hustling, trying to depend on you. And I've been lost, I've been down, seen a lot, been through shame. No, I gotta stand strong, cause it's no pain, no gain.
Music was everything to him. He was in the studio, recording, pushing his tracks on social media. His brand was built around this image. Getit Brown, the guy the ladies loved, the one with the hustle and the ambition.
I can't feel, I won't fly, I can't quit, I won't stop, cause I keep going. Bitch made me a renegade, hit the block and I don't spend for days, bag chasing like Ricky Bobby, so I'm always first to blaze, ride the wave, it ain't just a phase, mafioso rockin' tailor-made, gotta feed the fam so we getting paid, gotta get the guap, we open shop for days, I been the boss, one do parades, pay the ways, call it make it plays, hit the kids, turn straight to plays, keep them lined up, they want with anime.
Getit worked as a manager at a local restaurant and also had his own wine and liquor business, which he named GB, an acronym for Getit Brown. He was active on social media, regularly posting about his music, promoting his liquor line, sharing motivational content, and connecting with his followers.
So got a cognac and Moscato. I don't have that with me today. These bottles are 25 at the time. Y'all gonna tap in with me. Getit Brown. One word, all together on all platforms. Let's get it.
He met Nidera Tapia in Colombia. She moved to the city in 2021, and by 2022, she started a podcast called The Most Popular Podcast. Nidera was building an entire platform. She hosted at clubs, did individual sit-down interviews, covered red carpet events, had her Night of 5 events, and other hosting gigs that kept her booked. She was in the mix, networking, making connections in Colombia's entertainment scene. Before the podcast, she had dabbled in music and modeling, but hosting is where she found her passion. She was self-made, and she took pride in that. The Most Popular Podcast was growing, her events were getting attention, and she was creating opportunities for herself in the local entertainment world. Getit and Nidera's relationship looked solid. Both of them were building their own brands and supporting each other. Getit would repost Nidera's podcast episodes and events on his page. She'd show love to his music and his business ventures. They were reportedly together for over a year, living in the same apartment. On July 28, 2024, Antavius posted a birthday message to Nivdera. He wrote, "I just want to say happy birthday to my better half. Through thick and thin, we get it. Happy birthday. I love you, Nivdera Tapia, aka Most Popular Podcast." But most people didn't know if they were actually a couple or just supporting each other in their growing brands. Because on May 11th, 2024, Antavius had posted, "I'm single. What's good?" They had reportedly made an agreement early on to keep their relationship low-key, especially in public. Both of them were building public personas, and they felt showing public affection would hurt their brands. For Antavius, his entire image as Getit Brown revolved around being desirable, being the one the ladies loved. That appeal to his female fan base was part of his marketability as an artist and as a brand. If he was openly in a committed relationship, that changes how people see him. For Nivdera, her career with the Most Popular Podcast required constant interaction with people. She was interviewing artists, hosting events, networking with promoters and industry people. A lot of those people were men. If she's openly in a relationship, some opportunities might dry up, and people might not approach her the same way. But that agreement created tension because they had very different ideas about what keeping it professional actually looked like. The tension didn't go away after that. The disagreement got so intense that they both ended up going live on Facebook to address it publicly. Nivdera addressed what was being said about her. She talked about the crazy things she'd been seeing on social media about her and her situation. She made it clear that nobody made her and that she built everything herself. Her podcast, her hosting gigs, her platform, all of it was her work. She wasn't going to let anyone take credit for what she accomplished on her own. Antavius also talked about standing on business, about right being right and wrong being wrong. He felt like his contributions were being overlooked, like everything he'd done wasn't being acknowledged. By December 2024, Antavius's posts started reflecting that something was wrong. On December 15th, he shared a post from someone else that read, "I'm damaged, but I still give out love, regardless of the pain I'm feeling." Then, on December 23rd, Antavius made 2 posts. The first one read, "When I know I'm righteous, I'll go against whoever and stand on it. Don't play in my face or with my name. Win, lose, or draw, I'll throw it all on the line." A few hours later, he posted, "The worst snake is the one you lay with and act like they love you. Lesson of a lifetime." Nivdera's mother saw it and commented directly on his post, calling him out publicly. She wrote, "Hello everyone. For those who don't know me, I am Ladama Popular's mother. I don't understand how a person can be so bad. You know, you are definitely not a man. You are like a crybaby on the networks trying to disrespect a woman. You have no respect. And I want to tell everyone, if anything happens to my daughter, they already know who was a violent and bad man, who has problems. Don't believe everything he's saying. Keep doing wrong. Everything in life pays. Maybe some will applaud you and support you, but others will not. You brought this on yourself." But Antavius kept posting. On December 27th, he posted, "I stand on business. I'm whatever you want to call me, but I'm real and I'm me. I know who I am. My presence speaks enough. It ain't on me, it's in me." Nivdera also made her own post, writing, "I'm going to continue being a good person." At this point, the strain in their relationship was clear to those who followed them online. Antavius's final post was on December 28th. He shared a post from someone which read, "You can never destroy a person's character by lies. Their track record speaks for itself. They've been a great person before you and after. Your lies only make you look foolish, along with the people who believe them. That's just why life beats some of you down. Peace." In that post, he wrote, "This is the one." Hours before Antavius shared that post, Nivdera had made a post of her own. In a now deleted post, she wrote about being in danger and apologized to anyone caught up in her personal issues, asking people to understand what she was going through. That same morning, around 11 a.m., Columbia police received a call. They were dispatched to Cross Hill Apartments on Blossom Street for a domestic incident. When officers arrived, they learned that Nadera had been shot during an altercation with Antavius.
Officers were called to Cross Hill Apartments on Blossom Street for reports of a domestic-related shooting. Investigators say Brown and his ex-girlfriend got into an argument before he shot her in the leg. Police say Brown drove the victim to the Medical University of South Carolina for treatment.
Now, Antavius didn't run after the incident. After Nadera was injured, Antavius put her in his car and drove her to the Medical University of South Carolina. He dropped her off at the emergency room so she could get treatment. Then he left.
According to the police report, the victim told nurses Brown made threats to return to the home and hurt himself and the children inside. Police say they tracked Brown's phone to a location on Leesburg Road. After they tried to arrest him, they say Brown led Columbia Police and Richland County Sheriff's deputies on a chase, which Brown live-streamed.
At the hospital, Nadera communicated with the medical staff and nurses. She told them what happened and also told them Antavius had made certain concerning threats. That information got relayed to the Columbia Police immediately, and they started tracking Antavius. They used his phone to locate him and found he was in the area of Leesburg Road, specifically behind a business in the 4000 block. But because that area fell under Richland County Sheriff's Department jurisdiction, Columbia Police requested their assistance. When officers and deputies moved in to make contact with Antavius and attempt an arrest, he drove away. That's when the pursuit began. Both Columbia Police and Richland County Sheriff's deputies were involved in the chase, following Antavius as he sped through the streets of Columbia. As this chase unfolded, Antavius pulled out his phone and went live on Facebook.
I made it through. There they go, y'all. Oh, they gonna kill me, y'all. They behind me. They gonna kill me, y'all. I'm gonna make them kill me, y'all. Today is the day I die. Today is the day I die, y'all. They gonna kill me today, y'all. I'm finna make them kill me. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry. I am so sorry. I f***ed up. I'm finna make them kill me. I love y'all. Y'all know I gave this shit all I could. You feel me? I gave this shit all I could. You feel me? They coming. They coming. Feel me? And I gotta go. I gave this all I could, y'all. I gotta make these motherfuckers.
The pursuit had been going on for miles now. At approximately 2 p.m., Antavius approached the intersection of Garner's Ferry Road and Hazelwood Road and ran the red light.
We saw a white Charger come flying up Garner's Ferry, and we saw like the back end of his bumper messed up. So we was like, okay, he's definitely in a high-speed chase.
Jessica Anderson saw the moment police say 36-year-old Antavius Brown crashed at this intersection on Garner's Ferry Road. Police say they tracked Brown's phone to a location on Leesburg Road. After they tried to arrest him, they say Brown led Columbia Police and Richland County Sheriff's deputies on a chase, which Brown live-streamed. The report reveals Brown ran a red light and crashed into 52-year-old Ryan Heyman on Garner's Ferry and Hazelwood Roads. Heyman and his dog died.
And I saw the front end of the truck go up, and I saw the bumper, and that was it. Everybody came running outside.
52-year-old Ryan Heyman was at that intersection and was just going about his day when the tragic incident occurred. Multiple vehicles were involved in the collision, with Ryan's truck taking the brunt of it. Ryan Heyman didn't survive. Witnesses at the scene immediately rushed over trying to help. When officers and deputies got to the scene, they found Antavius unresponsive in his vehicle. He was still alive, but he was in critical condition. Paramedics worked on him, got him stabilized enough to transport, and he was rushed to the hospital. The South Carolina Highway Patrol's multidisciplinary accident investigation team was called in to handle the collision investigation, while the Columbia Police Department was investigating the domestic incident that occurred leading to this. Multiple agencies were now involved, trying to piece together everything that had happened in the span of just a few hours.
Anderson says there was another dog at the scene that was injured. The witnesses there quickly moved to rescue her.
We picked her up because, like I said, she was scared and we knew that she was hurt. And I tried comforting her, and we just put her in their office until we had an officer come and get her.
After the crash, the police found Brown in his car with a gunshot wound to the stomach. He later died from his injuries at the hospital. The woman who was shot is expected to survive.
At the hospital, doctors worked on Antavius, but the injuries were serious. Hours later, Antavius Brown passed away from his injuries. A woman named Jessica Anderson was in her car that afternoon and reported seeing the white Charger speeding on the Garners Ferry Road. 3 days later, on December 31st, 2024, the Richland County Coroner's Office released an official statement identifying the victims. The first victim, who was the male suspect, was identified as 36-year-old Antavius Brown. The second victim was identified as 52-year-old Ryan Heyman. Ryan's family released a statement describing him as someone who was always happy and positive, bringing love and laughter to everyone. He came from a large family, took his nieces and nephews fishing and to concerts, raised English bulldogs, and was a huge Pearl Jam fan who planned vacations around their tours. At the end of their statement, they wrote, "In closing, we know others have lost loved ones in a high-speed chase. Our one burning question is, would our brother Ryan Heyman still be alive if they were driving 40 miles per hour versus 80? Ryan's sister posted about losing her brother. She wrote, "Normally, I shield my kids from the tears, waiting for the right time to share the news with them. But this time, I didn't. This time, I allowed the real, raw, from a world turned upside down in a blink of an eye by someone else's bad choices. You never got to read. I hope you are okay. Love you, bro. I never got the chance to thank you for shaping me into the person I am today. I never got to thank you for loving my kids like your own. I don't think I'll ever believe this was your story, that you were the victim of a senseless tragedy. You were one of the good ones. You were the best." Back at the hospital where Nidira had been taken that morning, she was undergoing treatment. Doctors worked on her and stabilized her. By early January 2025, she was in stable condition. Following the incident, speculation circulated on social media suggesting that Antavius may have been romantically involved with men, with people analyzing his social media presence, mannerisms, and public appearances. Though these claims remain unconfirmed. Public reaction to the case was intense. After his passing, people started reading different meanings to Antavius' posts in the days leading up to December 28th. On December 19th, Antavius had posted, "Control how you react. If you allow people to trigger your emotions, you give them power over you. Give no one such power." Then, on December 24th, he wrote, "I just want to say I appreciate all the love and support. Life has been a real journey, and overall, I'm blessed, no matter what way it goes." At the time, these posts seemed like standard motivational content, maybe moments of reflection. But looking back, knowing what happened 4 days after that December 24th post, people saw something else entirely. Comments flooded the posts. Some said it seemed like he'd been planning this, that he was crying out for help. Some called it premeditated, asking why nobody saw the signs, while others openly wished he had listened to his own advice that he had reposted on December 19th. The questions lingered, with people wondering if law enforcement was involved. In time, especially because of his posts, Nidira's post, and her mother's comment, all pointing to the warning signs. Nidira herself survived, but Ryan Heyman, who was totally unrelated to their domestic dispute, was gone. Nidira continued her recovery, working on rebuilding her life. She posted, "It's been a long journey, but thanks to the higher power and my amazing spirits, I'm still here doing what I love." On October 7th, 2025, Nidira Tapia stood as a guest keynote speaker at the 28th annual Silent Witness Ceremony, which honors victims and survivors.
He started attacking me, punching me, boom, boom, boom. Then I got him off me, and then that's when he started like going into his pants to pull the gun out. And that's when I jumped on him. I looked at him and I said, "You really was gonna shoot me in front of my kids?" He pulls the gun out and just shoots me. Like, I wish I could make this up. You know, I grew up with both of my parents. There was nothing but love, music, food, unity. Like my family was just so close. There was always, you know, happiness in my house. I didn't grow up seeing abuse in my household. You guys, everybody here made me feel comfortable. Everybody I spoke to, everybody that I emailed, like it was an experience like no other, honestly. The way you all guys handled me, and every time I got on the phone with you guys and the way you guys got back to me, it's usually a hassle, you know, the email, you don't respond back, you call, they don't answer, you gotta leave messages, and I did not get any of that from here. And not only it didn't feel like a process. I felt like you guys really cared, like you were sympathetic to my situation, you know, words of encouragement. Like every time I spoke to somebody, it was always, you know, I hope you feel better, I hope you get through this, you know. It wasn't just, well, yes, what's your name? Let me write it down, and then just, okay, we'll get back to you. It didn't feel that way, you know. Definitely grateful for that too, because at that moment that I needed that.
I hope these stories help you recognize warning signs and encourage you to seek help or offer support before it's too late. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.